So you came to the low back pain and sciatica workshop. You listened to me talk and babble for 30 minutes. You filled out the worksheet. You raised your hand that you were interested in finding a natural way to heal and to get your life back, but you didn't sign up for the free screen in order to find out how that may happen. When that happens, I think to myself that I failed you in some manner. Maybe your life is too busy right now and it's hard to find time to come in. Sometimes people that come to workshops are providers, they're physicians or they're chiropractors or other physical therapists. They're just curious to what we're doing. And I understand that. And if that's the case, just send me an email and we can take care of that. Also, I know that some people may be a little bit upset that I wasn't able to answer their questions entirely because we were addressing other people's questions throughout the room and I wasn't able to get to everyone. And I apologize for that. Sometimes it's overwhelming when you have a room full of people that have all sorts of questions, and I do my best to get through each one of those questions. But remember, those questions can be all cleared up in the free screen. One story that I like to tell you is I was working with an individual a few years ago that came in for a free screen. We gave them the plan of care, and for one reason or another, this gentleman wasn't able to make it in. He unfortunately became progressively worse, and he came back in years later and his problem was significantly worsened. He had gone through a series of injections, and which for him didn't help, and he was on the eve of having surgery. Well, what this person did was one of the biggest mistakes that we can make for these types of things. There's three ways to handle a problem. One is you could ignore it. The second thing is you could alter what you're doing. Or the third thing is you take action and actually change your situation and improve. So we've talked about this before, but I'm going to review this again. If we look at an activity square, and on the outside are the more active things, running, gardening, things of that nature. When you ignore the problem, what do? You self-limit and you take these activities out. And then inside here, we have walking, and sitting, and standing. These may eventually become problematic. So what do people do? They'll limit these things too. Walking, standing, sometimes sitting can be problematic. And then we're left with sleep, restorative sleep. This can also become a problem. So if you ignore a problem, often it gets worse. If you ignore your health, it'll go away. If you don't make time for your problem now to handle it and take action, you'll have to make time to manage your disease and your pain later. This is what happens most of the time, and I don't want this to happen to you. So I remember during the workshop that I offered the free exam that day only, but again, I'm going to extend that offer to you, where you get a 30-minute free exam with one of our doctors of physical therapy that specializes in low back pain and sciatica, where we can determine if you are appropriate for physical therapy and what a natural healing plan looks like. So just send me an email and let me know where you're at, and you can register for the free exam. And I'll see you there, and we'll get started.